To Nest for Code, the place where code nourish. We are in 30 days challenge. Let's see the day 5 problem. Convert seconds to time. Let's move on to the problem statement. User will enter the time in seconds and we have to show the time in number of days, hours, minutes and seconds. Okay. Input will be given in a number form which will be seconds and we have to distribute all these things, all the parts of the time like day or how many days are in this seconds, hour and minutes and seconds. We can assume that user will not enter the negative values, which means like we don't need to worry, user will always enter positive values, so we don't need to do any validation for negative values, and there would be no decimal values also. Okay, these are the sample cases which are given, like for this input this should be the output. Okay, so we'll go with the sample cases later on. Let's start. So for the input part, what we will getting, we're getting seconds in the input, and output we have to show all these four parts of the time. Okay guys, so our program will consist of input, logic and output. So before we start converted, like okay, so we know it will get an input, right? So we can say we're getting a seconds, right? Whatever the time will be in seconds, and we can ask user to enter the time in seconds, right? So user will be entering this time in seconds, and we know, right, whatever we read in Python it comes as a string, so we need to convert it to int. Because we know, right, we don't need to worry of all these decimal values, so it will be a number, so we can just convert. Okay. Yeah, before we move on to logic, we need to understand, right, because the input seconds we need to convert them to days also, minutes also, hour also, right? So we need to understand that actually how many seconds we have in one day or 1 hour or 1 minute, right? So guys, we know, right, how many seconds in a minute. So right, minutes, how many seconds it have? It has 60 seconds, right? And in hour, how many minutes we have? How many minutes we have? In 1 hour, the number of minutes will be 60, right? So, and then how many seconds will be in 1 hour? It will be whatever the minutes, like whatever the hour have minutes, right, into whatever the seconds there and the minute, right? So we'll multiply it with minute and second, so we'll get whatever the seconds will be there in the 1 hour. Similarly, we know, right, in a day how many hours we have? 24 hours, right? So how many seconds we will have in a day? The day hour part into whatever the seconds in 1 hour, right? This way we'll get a seconds in one day. Okay guys, so I think this will be for our use case, right? So we need to understand that how many seconds we have. Let's try to print this also and see like how many are in we have in, so like seconds in minute. So this is just we're printing it for our understanding, right? And similarly we will print, so this is not the actual solution, like, but we need this information before we move on to the solution part. So this will be used in our solution, and we will put, okay, so this will be, sorry, this will be minute seconds, this will be hour seconds, and similarly seconds in day. So what it will be? It will be day seconds, right? So now we know how many seconds we have in minute, how many seconds we have in hour, and how many seconds we have in a day. So guys, what we need to do here, we need to get the exact value, right? Exact days. So let us suppose, like let us suppose if user have given you, say, like let us suppose if the user has given, say, the input, say 86550, right? And we have this value of how many days are in seconds, right? And we just divide this seconds by days in seconds, right? Let us suppose we are trying to get days, right? And then we print days. So what will the value? It's coming as 1.00 like this. But we don't need to go with this. We need to get exact days and exact hour and exact minutes. Okay, so guys, let's see. So guys, we know, right, in Python we have two operators which we know. One is a floor quotient operator, right, which gives you this just the quotient value. Other one is a remainder operator, right, which will give the remainder value. So what we'll do, like if you want to get the exact days, we'll divide it using this floor quotient. So we'll get the exact date, exact quotient value, and whatever the remainder seconds are there, we'll get with the percent operator. And for the remainder, we'll go with like to calculate the hours or to calculate the minutes and to calculate the seconds. Okay, so I hope you got the idea. Like this, all this will be required, right, because we need to convert to the input second. So we'll just move on this code to a logic part only, right? So this is required. Either you can use the exact values, like if you know like how many seconds are there, you can use this numbers also, but yeah, it's good to calculate also. So we have calculated these values. Now move on to the computation parts. So guys, right, now what we will do, we'll go with the day count. So what will the day count? Day count will be, we'll divide the seconds with floor quotient. We will not divide with normal division operator because it will give you in the points value, but we want the exact days which are there. So we'll divide the seconds with the whatever the seconds in a day, so we'll get a day count, right? And after this, whatever is remainder there, how we'll get it? We'll just do the percent part, right? So what will we do? This is a day count, and let us suppose we are saying remaining seconds, and what it will be, what will the remaining, we'll just divide it by, do percent, right? And with what we'll do it with second, day seconds, right? So guys, now this is our day count and we got the remaining seconds. From the remaining seconds we will try to get the count for the hour, because after day it will come hour, right? So we'll go for our count, and what we do, from the remaining seconds, we don't need to go to the actual seconds, because from actual seconds we have already extracted the day part. Now it's come to the hour part, and we will divide it with the hour seconds, like we'll try to get the hours now. And what will do, what will be the remaining seconds, like whatever the hours we have extracted, it's done. Now what we'll do, from the remaining seconds, which we got earlier, we'll get the remainder using the hour seconds, right? So this is the remaining seconds now after we have computed hours. Now we'll move on to minute part, minute count. What will be the minute count? We'll go to the remaining second part and we will use our floor quotient operator and we'll divide it with the minute seconds part, right? And now it will comes to the remaining second. What will the remaining second? We'll go with remaining second parts which was given earlier. We'll use the remainder operator, and what we'll do we need to do anything here? Yeah, we'll do it divided with the minute seconds part. So whatever the remainder is, it will be the remaining seconds now. So guys, this remaining second will be the, what it will be, it will be the second count only, the whatever the seconds will be there, right? Okay, I think here we misspelled the remaining seconds, so we'll just copy this. So this would be our logic part, right? So I think I will repeat what we did. We first compute that how many seconds we have in minute, how many seconds we have in hour, how many seconds we have in day. Then we are using this floor quotient operator, we are getting the exact day in the given input seconds. Then we are getting whatever the remaining seconds after the day. Then we got the, from the remaining seconds we get the exact hour count. Then we got what are the remaining seconds after we extracted hour. Then we got the exact minute count. After that, what we did, we get the remaining seconds count, and the remaining seconds will be the part of the output. And what we need to show, let's see, like let's get an idea of the output format also. So I think we have to show like this 4 days, 4 hours, 0 minutes, 0 seconds. Okay, so what we'll print here, in the print we'll first pass the day count, right? After this we can just apply comma and we can say days, right? After this what we'll do, we'll use hour count, and after this we'll print hours. After this we will give minute count and we'll print minutes. After this we will print second count and we print seconds. So this will be our program, right? So guys, now we'll start. I think this is already we copied, so this code is not required here now. We'll just remove this. Yeah. So now what we'll do, we'll start testing our code with the given samples. Let's move on to first test case. What will be the input? 360000. Okay. 360000. Okay. We are getting output 4 days, 4 hours, 0 minutes, 0 second. 4 days, 4 hours, 0 minutes, 0 second. Yeah. So it's working as expected for first test case. Let's move on to the second test case. What is the test case? It's 36123. The input is 36123. We are getting 0 days, 10 hours, 2 minutes, 3 seconds. 0 days, 10 hours, 2 minutes, 3 seconds. So it's working as expected also. Let's move on to the third test case. Okay guys, let's see the third test case. It's 2500. 2500. 0 days, 0 hour, 41 minutes, 40 seconds. 0 days, 0 hour, 41 minutes, 40 seconds. So this is also working as expected, right? We can try a few more things also, but yeah, that's fine. So guys, don't forget to try it on your own, right? And also subscribe to our channel and like this video and also comment, right? Stay tuned for more such videos. Thank you.